Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 6. Today we're going to be talking about some more stuff carrying on from yesterday's video, because we've got more stuff to talk about. There's more set photos and everything like that, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so first off, we're going to talk about YVR Shoots' new photos that they released just after I made my video. So one of the photos was in yesterday's thumbnail, but I didn't get to talk about it, and it's this photo right here. This is Godspeed, and he's obviously facing off against the Flash. This is, you know, between takes, but they are facing off, but you can see the people around them are obviously there, and the guy with the hat, definitely not Tom Felton, so that confirms yesterday's theories were wrong. So definitely not Tom Felton. But anyway, so looking at this Godspeed photo, you can see that Godspeed's mask, it's obviously not connected properly, because they do make two versions of these suits normally, but because Grant is wearing this same suit as last season, the season 5 suit, the cowl is actually separated and it's not the same. But basically in the past, the Flash, Grant had various versions of the suit, one where the cowl just stayed on and it's like sort of glued onto his face, and one where he can rip the mask off for, you know, the face reveals. And so that's what's happening here. That's why you can see Godspeed's head's piece is actually got shadow underneath it, because it's not properly connected. Because you can see in the next photo right here, Barry is going to rip his mask off, sorry, not his face. But you see it here, it's undone, and in the scene it will be more like just a rip, and it will look like it is actually still stuck on like it normally would be, say when Godspeed was running. But the most important thing to note from this is, and I got this wrong yesterday and I want to say sorry for getting your hopes up, Barry's actually still wearing the season 5 suit. The season 5 suit is still the same. There is no chin strap. It's the same as last season. So this leads me to think that, yeah, Grant has confirmed to a lot of people that he's getting a chin strap. The suit will be upgraded. That's leading me to think, I don't think it's going to be in the first episode. Maybe right at the end of the first episode, but definitely not straight away. And this could be some flashbacks, because we know we're getting that barbecue scene, and I have a feeling, because, you know, they normally tend to go with real time, maybe they are shooting a flashback. Maybe this Godspeed stuff is a flashback, and maybe this has happened over the summer. However, I could be completely wrong, and, you know, he just hasn't upgraded the suit yet. But anyway, so yeah, the suit's exactly the same. Yesterday, the photo that I went off of and I thought I saw a chin strap, that was actually from really far away, and it's on the screen right now. You can see that Godspeed's in the photo with him. This was just shot a lot closer, these new photos from YVR Shoots. So basically, I was wrong, and a lot of people were wrong. A lot of people thought, oh, he's got the chin strap now, look, the suit's slightly changed. But no, now we've got these better quality photos, we can see that is wrong, and we've still got season 5 suit. So I'm not exactly sure as to when he's getting that new suit, but Grant has confirmed it, so we're going to take it at Grant's word. And yeah, definitely he's getting a new suit. Okay, so let's move on to talk about this next photo. So we see this is where Grant as the Flash has ripped off Godspeed's mask, and you see it's not that same version of Godspeed as we saw last season. And this is when they're filming, by the way, so they're not going to like digitally alter his face to make it the person who was actually Godspeed last season. The person wasn't white, this guy's white, and this person is being unmasked. Whilst they're on camera, you can see Grant is fully acting, he's ripped it off, Godspeed's on the ground, and so it's a white guy, it's someone completely different. So this version of Godspeed is not the same, so maybe with the timeline changes, Godspeed comes in 2019, and it's a completely different version. Say how Cicada was a completely different version than all the other Earths, and, you know, who he was supposed to be. So I'm guessing it's a similar thing going on here. And the fact that he's actually cuffed him up, that the Flash has cuffed him up, it worries me a little bit, because what happens if he's only in this one episode again? What happens if it's just a different version? It's, say, a flashback, and this just happens to be, oh, look, a version of Godspeed has arrived. Oh, look, Barry defeats him, and Barry put cuffs on him. Then he's done. Then we move on to the main villain, who's Red Death, who I really do want to be the main villain, but I also want Godspeed to be. So I really hope that it's not just a one episode thing again with this new version of Godspeed. I really hope this new guy is going to stick around for a bit, but I don't know. He's handcuffed him really easy. This is just episode 1. They don't start shooting episode 2 till Friday, which is tomorrow. So this is, a big chunk of the episode at least, because Barry's, tracked him down, he's got him, he's cuffed him, and now he's unmasking him. And yeah, so he obviously doesn't know that this is a different version because only Nora knew, and Nora doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, okay, so let's move on to the next photo. So the next photo is just of one of the shooting cards, and the reason why I wanted to go over this is because on it you can see the same graphic as you can see when you look at the trailer doors, and we got that post the other day and it's very similar, but it's all to do with the Flash vanishing in Crisis, and it's season 6. We got that season 2 look of Barry, and so I just think it's very interesting that on that cards they've actually got the Crisis stuff. It's obviously a big focus in the first part of the season in one way or another. Okay, so let's move on to talk about these different images. So this is from a different angle, and this is someone else filming. So here is 4 photos, and they're just of different things. This is actually them setting up for the shot. They're on the ground in the middle of the road, so there's obviously been a race between the Flash and Godspeed. And so in the photo on the far right up the top, you can see that it's just a random guy that they've put in, just a stunt double for now. Not like a stunt double, but just a stand-in for the shot to set the lighting, to set the cameras up and everything, and just set up for the shot. And same thing on the bottom left, and then on the right it just shows the village sort of area where they've set up their shooting for this day. And so the one at the top left, you actually see them rehearsing. You see Grant and whoever the actor is underneath the Godspeed mask, but they are rehearsing for this scene. So yeah, definitely some sort of fight goes down, and this is where they end up, in the middle of the street. Okay, so let's move on to the next photo, and the next stuff is actually not a photo, but it's a concept. And so this is from Sideshow Collectibles, and they make a lot of these dolls and figurines for the DC shows, for everything. So this is super exciting because you see this right here. They would have got some concepts sent in for new merchandise, and you see right here there is actually a chin strap on the suit. So this may be what the suit looks like. The suit is pretty much exactly the same as the suit we had in season 5, bar obviously the cowl is more traditional. It doesn't look like it's a helmet. It actually looks like it's a proper mask and cowl, like it has been in season 1, 2, 3 and 4. And so it looks like the color scheme's the same, the amount of gold's the same. It's very much so red and very much so brighter, and it's just got the chin strap and it has a fixed cowl. So that's very exciting to see. And I think obviously this could be wrong. It could be just them just stepping in and being like, yeah, we're gonna do it in this design, because that's happened many times in the past with, collectibles and merchandise, where they send in old concepts and they use those old concepts but they're not used in the actual show. So that's just intriguing, and I'm guessing the suit's going to look something like that. Okay, so let's go on to the last thing that I wanted to talk about in this video, and this is in regards to what this quote says, and this is from TV Line. This is a new scoop. So it says, "It looks like Iris is hiring at Central City Citizen. Per sources, the Flash is looking for a Latina actress to play an eager cub reporter with a hankering for social justice." Okay, so this is, I think 50-50, I'm either or on this, because I think Iris definitely needs someone working for her. I think she definitely needs to have time to focus on that journalism side of her, because the last few seasons, although the showrunners have all been like, oh, we're going to do Iris's journalism, they never actually do it, and it always slacks off by the end of the season, and you're like, oh, Iris is a journalist? I forgot about that. I thought she just worked at Team Flash. So I think that's a good idea. However, I don't know, as in regards to having another character on the show. It just seems like they are getting so many characters, and I think the show right now is actually kind of overcrowded, and I think a lot of you guys would agree. Maybe they should cut back on a few members. Maybe Cecile, we don't really need her. She doesn't really do much with the story. She hasn't done so since season 4. So, you could cut down on a few people, but obviously keep the main guys. I think keep Ralph. I think Ralph is really good right now. You've obviously got Joe. Joe's really good. Keep Joe. He's now the captain. And they are casting another actor who is going to be a new friend and a new scientist as well as this. So I don't know. I feel like maybe this is not necessary, but at the same time, obviously it teases that, yeah, they're going to try and be focusing on Iris as a reporter, which is a good thing. So I'm not sure. But what do you guys think? Tell me what do you think about all of this in the comments down below. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. Also subscribe if you haven't and turn on notifications to not miss any videos. I'm going to be at San Diego Comic-Con this very week. I'm very, very excited to fly out there and to go check out some of the panels and some of the stuff there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like Shari.